Just because you think making everything hot doesn't mean it's my fault. I have nothing to do with this. And thank you for the host. Hello, everyone. Everfree Fire here. I've decided to do a bit of a. I don't really want to say it's a different stream, but not really something I'd normally do. Well, I take that back. This is something I do all the time. I'm not continuing I Am Setsuna today, despite the fact that I am basically near the end, because I'm trying to give my voice a bit more of a rest. Last time I streamed, I had gotten near the end of my Setsuna, obviously, and my throat made it to talk for most of the weekend. Up to the weekend, rather. So I'm going to do a bit of a calmer stream, a bit less of a chatty one, obviously, for people who have seen this. This is Stardew Valley. This is probably legitimately and yes, I know there's no audio playing right now. There's nothing playing in the first place. This is probably one of my favorite games. Well, not even probably. This would be one of my favorite games on that I have on Steam, and I have played the hell out of this game, and I still enjoy playing it pretty much whenever I just feel up to it. So what I figured I'd do is give a chance to do a nice, calm, relaxing stream where I'm not having to talk constantly because it's an RPG. Basically, I will only be doing this farm, this stream, when I need some sort of break. If I just need to take a moment to relax, because this is my game for doing that. If I need to relax, I will play this. So this will be doing on stream. I'm not going to be trying to do everything perfectly. There is things that if you've played the game, you know there's things that happen. I'm not rushing towards any of that. I'm not trying to do anything special. I'm just going to play the game. I am changing a few of the settings just because I find it more interesting, because there's default options for things, but I find that slightly boring. I'm going to make it more exciting and have things random. I will explain more what these are, the remixed community center battles and the remixed mine rewards, when I get to them. I am going to be going on one of my favorite aesthetic farms, plus the fact that I can name this the Chill Streams farm, and it makes perfect sense. So with that, we're gonna go right on into it. And if it's too loud, let me know. I can't tell from my end. And for my very special granddaughter, I want you to have this sealed envelope. It's supposed to be music now, isn't there? No, don't open it yet. Have patience. Now listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. I swear there's supposed to be music here, and it's going to bother me. That happens, my dear, you'll be ready for this gift. Now, let Grandpa rest. XX years later. Join us. Thrive. I love the death. They're showing deaths. I love some of these. You can see my mouse, right? Yeah. This guy's this guy. This guy is just hopped up on pills. And if you wait just a little bit longer, her screen's not even on. Interesting, but there's a dead guy over here. Been dead for a while. Looking at other things. Very unhappy over here. Old school mouse. Jojo's too cheap to get anything fancy. Let's open the letter. Dear Everfree Fire, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I'd lost sight of what mattered most in life, real connections with other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belonged. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Kill Streams Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's the perfect place to start your new life. That was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my dear. Good luck. Love, Grandpa. P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will ya? You're gonna have to get used to the mouse being on here, because obviously I need to click on things. Stardew Valley. Happy bird. Hello, you must be Everfree Fire. I love the music to this game. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here, if you'll follow me. I wish I could have gotten her hair color, that would have been perfect. This is Killstream's farm. Actually, this starting area looks fantastic. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. And here we are, your new home. With an old guy inside. Ah, the new farmer. Welcome, I'm Lewis, mayor of Pelican Town. The old man says hi, but he's dead. You know, everyone's been asking about you. So every day that someone new moves in, it's quite a big deal. So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house, very rustic. Rustic, that's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Rude! Don't listen to her, Everfree Fire. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied, so that you'll buy one of her house upgrades. Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. Townspeople would appreciate that. I just know she's tapping her foot here. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. I don't think she uses the tapping foot animation any other time. Okay. Before I even start, I'm gonna fix some settings. Oh, the music settings aren't jacked up. Thank you. So I may talk about, that's not what I want to do. May talk about the thought process somewhat as I'm going through it, but I'm basically just going to be playing the game of chatting. Explaining something obviously. The TV is actually fairly important when you're playing this, besides, you know, being able to check the weather. The fortune teller I don't tend to pay much attention to. There's moments where it's useful, but it's not going to be until later in the game. If you're new, living off the land is actually very important because it gives you tips about the game. Welcome to Living Off the Land. We're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. This one's for all you greenhorns out there. Chop wood and search for wild boar to earn some cash while waiting on your first harvest. Some of it's obvious, but you know. Right. I know it's going to be sunny tomorrow because it's always sunny the second day. One of these times it's going to do something different and completely throw me off. So up in the corner, there was a little flashy icon that's telling you have quests, which are just little things you can do. You'll earn money for them. Some of this will sort of matter later. I'm not really going to be actively paying much attention to it just because I have started a lot of games with this. A lot. So I don't really need to be running around checking most of the quests, except for remember which ones I actually have. Like, you always have these two on the first day. Oh, thank you for the follow! And now I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh. Well, basically, if you've played... This is basically a Harvest Moon clone. If you played Harvest Moon, you'll have the general idea on what this game is. There are numerous games... Thank you for the host, Inferno. There are numerous games that have come out after this that are basically... People like calling them Stardew Valley clones, but they're still Harvest Valley clones. Harvest Valley? Harvest Moon clones. And it feels weird to call them Stardew Valley clones when Stardew Valley is it's basically Harvest Moon. This is my normal routine for a new game. I get enough wood to make a chest because you don't have a lot of inventory space when you start. Not at all. So, make myself a chest. I know Lewis recommended going into town to talk with people first. I suppose you can if you want, but I don't really find that efficient. Because obviously you're better off getting your stuff planted and watered early than going around and doing things. Especially since in the bottom corner here you can see I have limited energy for the day. There are ways to recover it, mostly by eating, but there will be other things later. And multiplayer, there's a thing you can do, but I can't do that in single player. And otherwise, I'm just gonna run around picking up stuff and saying hi to the people in town. All 28 of them. Except you can't see all 28 the first day. Yes, I'm doing this on my own. Aloud. Am I out early? Wait. And of course, like any good village, you could just run into everyone's houses whenever you want. Oh, stranger, my name's Vincent. Mama says not to talk to strangers, but you seem okay. Oh, you aren't exactly how I imagined, but that's okay. I'm just doing a nice, relaxing run of it. I have no real plans. I'm probably going to aim for the end game goal eventually, but I'm not rushing. I'm Jody. It's a quiet little town, so it's very exciting when someone new moves in. Having a farmer around could really change things. Yes, I will fix all your lives. I am still the RPG protagonist. I do everything. Oh, you're that new farmer girl or whatever, aren't you? Huh? Oh, I'm Haley. If it weren't for those horrendous clothes, you might actually be pretty. Actually, never mind. I'm going to find a way to set your room on fire. Oh, hello, I'm Penny. Apparently you don't feel like talking to me anymore. Thanks a lot, Penny. Well, I don't come out here too late, because... Huh. So there's a path you can go through this on the first day where you can actually talk to everyone in the town. But there's a few people who are very time sensitive, and I don't remember the timing offhand anymore. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Harvey, the local doctor. I perform regular checkups and medical procedures for all the residents of Pelican Town. It's rewarding work. Hope you'll find your own work equally rewarding in time. I plan on it. Hey, I'm Sam. Good to meet you. And he's dead. You can tell if people want to talk to you because if you hover your mouse over them, let's see if he's here for me to do this. Yeah, you'll see it has a little speech bubble next to them. Oh, the new farmer we've all been expecting, and whose arrival has sparked many a conversation. I'm Elliot. I live in the little cabin by the beach. It's a pleasure to meet you. He is kind of annoying to get the first day if you're not keeping an eye out because he's only out on the first day for a limited time frame. Bloody starfish. You found an artifact. The curator of the local museum might want to know about this. Starfish. Always finding starfish when I don't need them. Though, to be fair, getting an artifact early is usually a good thing, because it gave me a quest, which wants me to bring... Yeah, I know. The only thing that would have been funnier is an ancient fruit seed. You get a quest saying, talk to the guy in the museum, which it popped up and told me anyway, so let's go to the museum. The Museum of Nothing. Dismal. Not a single piece in the entire collection. What's this? You found something? Let me see it. Sure, I have this random starfish I found. Remarkable. I should have done this with mods. Oh well. It's very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it is yours. I've got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any new artifacts or minerals that you find? We could make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows, if you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. Think about it, will you? If you decide to donate, just bring the objects to the front desk. So we'll go ahead and donate this random starfish museum. The reason why it's nice to get this quest on day one is you get paid for donating the first time to the museum. So, yeah, I'm trying to read. Can I read it? There we go. Tips, yeah. If, as you find books, and we'll find them eventually, trust me, some of them have tips, some of them just have general information. They're usually somewhat useful to look through, but most of the stuff is things you could probably figure out. Continuing. This is Mayor Lewis's house. He's probably not home right now, so I'm not bothering. Let's say hi to Granny. Why, hello, and welcome to our little community, dear. You can call me Granny if you like. I can never remember her name because she will always be Granny to me. This is the calendar. You can see these are people's birthdays. Lewis is trying to be special and being the first one. Oh, hello, Caroline. Hello, you must be Everfree Fire, the new customer. I'm Caroline. My husband runs the general store here. And have you met my daughter, Abigail? She's the pale one with purple hair. Nope, haven't met her yet. Hello, it's nice to meet you. You picked a good time to move here. The spring is lovely. So, this is the guy you go shopping with. I have a bad habit of forgetting to talk to him. Just gonna pick up a couple things. Hey, it's Miss Everfree Fire, the new farmer. I'm Pure, owner of the local So, I just had an interesting train of thought. He obviously calls you Ms. Hugh because you're not married. What happens if you don't talk to him until after you're married? Will he actually change his dialogue here? Now I kind of want to try that in a run just to see. It'd be very difficult to not accidentally talk to him. If you're looking for seeds, my shop is the place to go. I'll also buy produce from you for a good price. I gotta go back to the farm because my inventory is too full. I guess I came here too early. I tend to be a bit of a hoarder at times in this game because there are like little mini quests you can get that will ask for completely random things that if you don't have it, it's kind of annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, I have an auto. Whatever. Apparently, I just can't count. Good start to my farming career. Can't count. See if I can actually get out this exit. You do have multiple exits to your farms. Sometimes one of them gets overgrown. I will do more exploring the farm as much as I can later. It's just, I forgot to empty my... Whatever. I think I'm too late, but I'll try anyway. I'm not... Got him. Oh, you just moved in, right? Cool. Out of all the places you could live, you chose Pelican Town? He is the hardest person to get started on. Partially because he spends a lot of time in here, and until you're good enough friends with someone, you can't go into their rooms. They do have limits to your RPG protagonist rule. No, okay. So you gotta be running around talking to people. Greetings, I'm Demetrius, local scientist and father. Thanks for introducing yourself. I'm studying the local plants and animals for my home laboratory. Have you met my daughter, Maru? She's interested to meet you. I have not yet. Grab Meek. Oh, this is awkward. I want to get that way. Yeah, there's a couple random cutoffs to make sure you don't get... Probably to make sure you don't get overwhelmed at the start of the game, really. A stranger. Hello. Don't mind me, I just live out here alone. In your fancy tent. How many people are gone? 16. How many people? What am I missing? This is kind of what you end up spending a lot of your time doing in this game. Is just kind of once you like. This is early game, so I don't have a lot I can do right now. My energy's not very high. I spend most of it just taking care of the bit of the farm I did take care of. Okay, you're missing. Hey, you're the new girl, huh? I think we're going to get along great. I'm Alex. Alex confused me a bit the first time I played, because I didn't know all the characters' names. The first character I made in this was named Alex. And every time Alex got talked about, you can't see his name, it's behind. 1 second, let me just do something real quick. No. Now you can see his name. Every time someone mentions Alex, I did a double take because, like, wait, you're talking about me? Oh, wait, right. There's an Alex in town. I forgot about that. I'll see you around. I'm going to go into your house, Alex. Because there's an old man here I need to talk to. It's irritating to have to meet all these new people, huh? Name's George, by the way. Now buzz off. Oh, are you the one who just moved in? I'm Maru. I've been looking forward to meeting you. You know, with a small town like this, a new face can really alter the community dynamic. It's exciting. Going to the local saloon where everyone's getting drunk. I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? Because you're my problem now. Or I'm your problem now, I suppose. I'm everyone's problem. Hey kid, the name's Pam. Nothing like a sip of the good old stuff to warm these old bones. Well, hello there, I'm Gus, chef and owner of the Stardew Saloon. Good evening, anything I can get you? Oh, he's just gonna repeat that. Oh, I could read it in your face. You're gonna love it here in Pelican Town. If you're ever looking for something to do in the evening, stop by the saloon. That's where I work. Yes, I think I figured that one out, Emily. Well, besides setting fire to Haley's room, nothing necessarily. Who am I missing? I'm missing Marnie. Missed Abigail. Who am I forgetting? Good news is I can check at any time who I'm missing because you can see everyone's picture here and their names in your social tab. I'm going to scroll down and who am I missing? Oh, Clint, right. Clint's a person. That sounded mean. I'm sorry, Clint. So I'm kind of going to be hanging around here because I'm going crazy. I'm apparently going crazy. That's exciting. Because I know that at least Clint usually will swing around. Hi, I'm Clint. I'm the town blacksmith. If you ever need to upgrade your tools, I'm your guy. So I guess Marnie doesn't come out on Mondays, and Abigail is who knows where. Which way do you usually take here? Obviously, I'm not going to pretend like I don't know some things that happen in this game. I'm not going to be going completely overboard with this information, but I know Abigail will hang out around here some days. I don't think she does it the first day, but that's fine. I am way too far south. Well, if she was here, she's gone now. Really good first day for foraging, though. Wow. You have until 2 a.m. before you absolutely have to sleep, and hopefully nothing important is under that rock. Okay, we're good. Yes, I know my inventory's full. Good thing I still had energy left. For the most part, if you want to while you're playing this, you can just sell everything. As I mentioned, though, there is a quest board, which I will point out tomorrow because it'll probably be a quest, that will ask for completely random things. Some of the quests get hilarious with what they ask for, though. And just holding on to things generally useful because of that. I got a bit of energy left before the night's done. I don't have to worry about enemies spawning on this farm. Free coal is always nice. And let's go ahead and get to bed. Go to sleep for the night? Yes. Level 1 foraging. I mean, it's not terrible because at least you can sort of have use for them. Most items do have an extra use. It's just, will it actually happen? I don't know. You earn more money when you don't hoard, but that could vary because if you're hoarding something, it turns out if you're not hoarding and something ends up being useful, you actually lose out on money because when you do the quest, you get more money for doing that as opposed to just selling it. For level 1 foraging, we get X proficiency. Hello? What are you okay? Okay, that was weird. Disconnected me from my own chat. Add a few crafting recipes. And at the end of the day, you can see how much money you've made. I've made 50G. The start of an empire. So the TV actually does change what channels are on specific days. It's a good idea to keep track of what days have what, because there are some fairly important channels if you want everything. The one I mentioned yesterday, Living Off the Land, not super important. These two will be every day because you'll always want to know the weather the following day, and in case you care about your fortune. They don't care about me, so I don't care about them. Like I mentioned the previous day in game, today was always going to be sunny, tomorrow's always going to rain. There is actually a reason for that, which I will point out in a bit. I have mail. Advertisement. I keep finding cool stuff. My backpack is full. It's like they know we're hoarders. Does this sound like you? Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's General Store today and check out our affordable size 24 backpack. See you soon. So the backpack costs 2,000 G and I have 50. Our definition of affordable are wildly different. Hello there. Just got back from a fishing trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something for you. Willie. Willie is entirely why you can never complete the introductions quest on the first day. Because he counts for the 28 people and he never shows up on day 1. Which seems like a weird oversight, but again, I suppose they're trying to make it so that you don't feel rushed doing things, which, I mean, there's no reason to rush in this game. There's no time limit to anything. You could do everything at your own pace, however you want. I'm gonna put a bunch of tools away because I don't need them. And go on my useful wandering trip. The music for this game always cheers me up just listening to it. It's just so happy. I don't have a quest. Wow, that's weird. So next to the calendar, there's a help wanted board that won't give you the daily quests. You have 2 days to complete them. Apparently, I just don't get to be lucky and have any. But we know there's someone asking for us at the beach. We're going to the beach. Unfortunately for people who expect me to get lost all the time, I actually know my way around this town at this point, so it's hard for me to get lost. Ahoy there, miss. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet you. I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. It was a big haul, sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. We get a fishing rod. I'm not going to use this today, for a reason. I will go into fishing tomorrow in-game. There's good water here in this valley. All kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. Also buy anything you catch. If it smells, it sells. That's what my old pappy used to say anyway. Oddly, the entire cutscene. Oh, it finally does. Used to not count as meeting them. Hoy there, it's nice to see young folk moving into the valley. It's not very common these days. It used to be that the cutscene didn't actually count from meeting him, and if you forgot to talk to him, you missed out on it counting for a bit until you finally bothered talking to him again. Seems that was finally changed. Dirty Beach. So I kind of dug this up immediately when I ran into it. These are artifact spots. Oh, that's just mean. You can dig these up and you'll get random artifacts or just random stuff in general. Apparently this one had an entire anchor in it. Basically, if you see those, it's a good idea to try and dig them up. And as always, when you pick up an artifact, you can tell if you've donated or not, because if you're hovering over it, it will say Gunther can tell you more about this if you donate it. If you have donated, it will have a different message. Let's go over here. Let's go ahead and say hi to Clint. If you want me to upgrade your tools, you'll have to give me the correct ore. And you'll have to pay me a fee, of course. I'm having no luck with these trash cans. I'm tutoring Vincent and Cass today. They're a handful, but it's nice to make a difference in someone's life. I forgot who I was missing already. Cass, Abigail, and... Oh, I still haven't seen Morny yet. Well, that's easy enough. It's Tuesday. I happen to know where all three of them will be on Tuesdays. Should I wear something special to the aerobics meetup today? Probably not that, but you do you. Oh, that's right. I heard someone new was moving on to that old farm. It's kind of a shame, really. I always enjoyed exploring those overgrown fields by myself. And how much swimming did you do? Not a lot of normal fields over there. Sometimes they get new items in stock, so make sure to stop by every so often. Don't mind my husband, George. He isn't very friendly to strangers. If you get to know him better, he'll warm up to you. I'm sure you two could become good friends one day. Oh, you stole something. Since you're so interested in my husband, I'll let you in on a little secret. He really likes leeks. You can find them in that. You can find them in the mountains this time of year. So that's actually, when you talk to people and they say things like that, if you find who they're talking about in the menu, you can actually see, hey, apparently that one didn't count. They will say things about, if they say someone loves something, it will actually be kept track of. For some reason, that didn't count. I happen to know George absolutely adores leeks, so he's easy to work with. My husband Kent is a soldier working overseas. That's why he's not here right now. I know he'll come back safe once this tour is over. Need something? Not you. I work part-time at Gus's Saloon. It pays the bills. That's really weird. Right. No, there you are. Ah, Mayor Lewis told me you just arrived. I'm Marnie. I sell livestock and animal care products at my ranch. You should swing by sometime. And the last person I need to talk to. Twitch, are you okay? Everything seems to be fine. That's weird. Miss Penny says I have to read this book before I can go play. Hi. And I have to give someone a gift. I will do that in a moment just because I don't remember if those three actually like the item I have to give. But I know someone who does. Once I figure out where they are. Are you up here? Yes, you are. Nice makeup. Or wait, are you even wearing any? I'm bored. Cauliflower. For me? Thank you. Unsurprisingly, giving people things they like make them like you more back. And that one gets you paid. I'm rolling in money. Yeah, this is part of why I like this game. It's just, there's no real push to have to do anything. Like, there will be something that I can start working towards, but there's nothing really saying, okay, you have to do this, you must do this, hurry, hurry, hurry. And you could do all sorts of very, very silly things if you want to. Have you come to ridicule me? Just minding my own business. Man, these things are everywhere today. Because I've done saves where I could only... It's basically self-challenge saves where I only allowed myself to sell certain things. And I still, in some of them, did fantastic. Some of them didn't go so well, and I don't recommend doing it ever, but I'm just slightly crazy that way. Since I have energy, it's just at this point, I'm going to be cleaning up the farm. Revealing this random statue here. The statue is somewhat important because it's... Later on, you'll get the ability to teleport... That's not... To teleport back to the farm with certain items. And that's just where you went. Right now, I'm just going to be doing some cleanup on the farm. So, basically, I don't have to do it anyway. This stuff will grow back over time. Eventually, there's a way to stop that, but that's not anywhere in the near future. Gonna knock you down as well, because I don't want you here. What I like to do for this particular farm is kind of divide it into various, well, it's divided into islands with these bridges between. I like kind of using islands for certain things once I get going. I can't really do a lot with that right now because I don't have, like, it's day 2. I don't have any of the special stuff I need to get this going. Make sure I don't lose everything in the water. That's important. So while I'm doing this, how's everyone doing? Hopefully people are staying cool, because I know some places are having problems with the weather right now. And what I meant about the tools is you have moments like this. Your axe is strong enough to break this stump. That would be clicking off the screen. As is it, you can eat to recover health, and I believe I got the recipe for it. Yeah, you can use the seed from the trees to make things to recover energy. I don't tend to this early in the game because, like, it's late enough in the day, it's not worth it. I would be better served right now just heading back into town, trying to talk to people. Because the more you talk to people, the more they like you. Again, this is fairly normal stuff for this type of game. Hey, if you need any materials or blueprints, my shop is the place you're looking for. Plus, your business supports the local economy. As if I can spend my money elsewhere. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, it might be too late. Let's go say hi to the least used building for me in this entire game. Joja Mart. There's not, depending on how you're playing this, there's not really much reason to go here. There are a few advantages for it. There's an entirely different style if you bother talking to him. I don't plan on it. He's going to say, "Welcome to Joja Mart. How are you doing today? I don't believe we met. I'm Morris, Joja Customer Satisfaction Representative. When you decide you want to become a Joja member, I'll be delighted to help you make your transition a joyous experience. We're currently in the process of setting up a brand new membership system for customers. Please check back soon to join." Really? You used to be able to do that right away. Part of the reason I don't particularly like coming to Joja is when you start, before you get the thing he's talking about, everything is more expensive here. How people can save money at a place where everything is literally more expensive, I have no idea. I guess they all have membership. Oh, flower. Thank goodness it doesn't cost energy to pick things up. And so there is a route where you go with Joja Mart. I don't personally enjoy it. Is Twitch okay? I'm still streaming, aren't I? Yeah, I'm still going. Okay, yeah, everything's working fine. Hey, Gus, give me another. Hi, please relax and enjoy it. Yep. Talk to you. What? What do you want? Go away. The one problem I really have with this game is everyone has specific things they say at specific times of the day. Um, and I think it changes at noon and 6, I think, maybe noon and 5. The problem being that if you talk to them at an earlier point in the day, you never get to talk to them again later in the day. So it's really hard to actually see every bit of chat with a character. And as your friendship goes up with them, they will say new things as well. So it's entirely possible to miss entire conversations because you talked to them too soon or made them too happy too fast. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock. I basically have no energy. It's time to sleep. And as we were told, it was raining. It was going to rain today. Not tomorrow. Raining is important. Is useful because it waters all your crops. About what? The different conversations for different times of the day? Yeah. Part of the reason I like this farm is that this area is considered like here. Actually, let me load up the map. You got the map of the town. You can go fishing basically any. Oh, the map actually shows all the water now. That's cool. It basically shows all the areas you could fish. There's fishing down by the dock. There's fishing along this river, and there's a lake up here that I haven't really been to because it's blocked off by a boulder. In the other farms, you don't have a river going through your farm. You can go fishing here and basically get any fish that would show up in this river area here. Other farms do not have that. There's some uniqueness to their fishing, but it's mostly you're going to fish up trash in those pools and those farms, which isn't really worth money. But because of that, I can just go fishing whenever I want and still earn. It's a good way to spend the last bit of your energy if you have it. The reason I waited to today, the first time you go fishing, you can't fail. It is literally impossible to fail. Because this will not lower the bar while you're doing it. This will be probably the only time I'm going to abuse dodge like this. You could purposely fail. It still spends your energy, which is the downside to it. But in rainy weather, I don't think this is it. This doesn't seem like it. This isn't moving enough. Would have been nice if that was it. But there is a specific fish that only shows up when it rains in the river. This might be it. Some people don't like fishing because this mini game is actually kind of annoying at times. Yeah, that's it. The catfish. It's the highest selling fish you really have access to at this time of the day. I'm not going to sell it. I just like making sure I get that. There is a thing that keeps track of all your everything you've caught, and there is a reward for this. Um, as you get further on in fishing, it's easier to catch the fish, obviously. Um, but it's nice to just get that one out of the way immediately. And it's just most of the villagers sort of stay indoors on rainy days. There's changes in their patterns. And generally it's just rainy days are nice to just kind of chill. Not waste your energy on the plants. I like fishing because fishing can always be a net positive for energy unless your luck is terrible. Because even the simplest fish um, gives you back 25 energy if you just eat it straight up. It costs 8 energy to throw out your rod. So unless your luck is horrendous, which has happened, or you just don't want to eat your fish, you could basically fish from the moment you wake up to the moment you have to fall asleep. In regards to the fishing minigame, obviously you have to sit here, keep the fish in your low bobber area. Um, if you get a perfect, if it never breaks out, you are guaranteed a higher quality fish, and you get more experience for it. So it's actually really good for, if you can, to try and get it perfect. If you can't, not a major issue. There's one other thing with fishing, but I don't expect to run into it. Oh, yay, algae. Algae's still nice, though, because it still gives you more energy than it took to actually do it. I am actually going to change where I'm fishing, though, because I don't want to deal with catfish. And you'll notice I tend to keep the hoe with me no matter what I'm doing. That's because it's a... Oh, there's actually a quest here. It's a good idea to keep the hoe around. Really wants a daffodil? I can do that. In case you find an artifact spot. Because you basically always want the artifact spots. Even if it's not something necessarily useful, it's your most consistent source of clay until much later in the game. Uh, nope, daffodil. Right? Daffodil. Yes. Actually, it mentions here buying daffodil at 3 times the market value. It's always going to be 3 times what you could sell it if you throw it in here for a normal quality. That's not true if you give a higher quality, which, if you saw my second fish I caught, there was a little gold star next to it. That's the quality. It's not usually worth giving a higher quality item for these tournaments. If it's all you have, go ahead. You'll notice eventually when I get more serious fishing, I am not going to get lower quality fish, and people will start asking for the fish, and I'm just going to give them whatever quality I have. Do a quick turn around here. Get everything. One useful thing when you're playing single player is that if you go into your menu, if you watch the time you notice it's flashing right now, that means it's just paused. You can pause this whenever you want. That does not work in multiplayer, though, which makes some things quite interesting. It really is going to be in his fish shop. Some fish come and go with the seasons. Others only come out at night or in the rain. If you ever actually want to get all the fish, I highly recommend just looking up where you catch the fish. Oh, you brought me the item I asked for. It looks perfect. Here's a little something for your trouble. I get money. Actually, wait. He will only buy and sell fish-related things. Right now, there's not a lot fancy with it, but you will buy anything that you pick up on the beach, basically. Or any fishing, which is why if you really want to fish for a while, this is not a terrible place to do it. There was the training rod you could buy there, which I guess makes it easier to catch fish. I've never used it, so I don't know how it works. Because I don't particularly find fishing that difficult. I have leveled up my fishing. I have found sunglasses. This is the trash I was talking about earlier. It's random stuff you pick up. There will be a use for it later. I do recommend keeping it if you have the space. You can't just throw it away if you want. That's not a major deal. But if you have the space to carry the stuff around, keep it. And I'm fishing here because the further out you go, the better rarity you're likely to catch. And for some reason, the area around this rock is really good for fishing. I don't know if it's just naturally designed that way. It's how it works. In general, it's really good for fishing. I can see the game is spiting me for saying something. It is kind of funny as you play this. You sort of get used to which fish acts in what way, and you can sort of just tell it's like, oh, this is this fish. Oh, this is this fish. Um, I generally don't know that when I start, except you notice I was commenting on the catfish. Um, but you get used to it after a while. And your bar does get bigger as you level up your fishing. I have leveled it up once already. I'm surprised that was a gold star already. So that's why my little green bar is bigger as it's bouncing up and down. Perfect. Oh, okay. Apparently that one just didn't want to be a gold star. Rude. So my inventory is full, which could be problematic, except it'll let me throw things away. Uh, okay, I'm pretty sure I heard that go off. Oh, I just noticed you can't actually see my inventory with my overlay there. Not like it makes a huge difference, but you can't see what I'm doing. Purple is the highest quality you can get. I am going to throw away the glasses with that and take a quick moment. Go ahead. No, not that. Oh, you can't see up there either. Ugh. Sorry, just give me a moment. A lot of black on that, but I'll have to look it on that later. This is what I tend to do a lot when I actually do play multiplayer, is just going fishing, just because it's good money, relatively, for early game especially. Um, and it's just, this is so relaxing to me. It's just, especially when it's rainy weather like this, you just kind of get to sit here and stop that and enjoy the sounds of the rain from in game. Whoa! That's early. I will absolutely take that. Wow. That is actually a relatively hard fish to catch. I'm not sure how I managed it. This early in the game, at least. I'm not going to complain. Ah, treasure chest. Hover your thing over it. Pick up the treasure chest, then catch the fish. Eventually. You get something interesting in the chest sometimes. I don't consider this very interesting, but, you know, geodes are useful. Generally speaking, I would say always go to for the treasure chests, because it does also give an experience multiplier to your fishing. It's not as much as getting a perfect, so sometimes you have to choose between that, but I generally find the treasure chest better in the early game, at least. As it gets later, perfection is usually better just because you get the higher quality fish, but it depends on what you need at the time. Uh, let's just go back. So I don't tend to hoard fish as much as I do other things because it gets really easy to just get literally only gold or iridium star fish as you get higher fishing and get better at the fishing minigame. And I am fairly good at the fishing minigame, so I don't have to worry about it much. So I will not usually hang on to the lower quality fish unless I know I will need it. Press the right button, that helps. The main problem with hoarding is you tend to get into these instances where you look at your chest and going, oh, this will be a problem. But that's why we just make more chests. If you play this like I do, you'll end up with chests all over the place. Right, inventory space is a thing. Stop that. You can tell I've been a bit since I played this because I'm pressing the wrong buttons all the time. But still got plenty of stamina. How the quality thing works is, generally speaking, you want to try and fish as far away from where people can walk as possible. Generally. So the further out and away from people you can get, where people could potentially walk, I should say. Obviously, there's no one going to be walking here besides me in the game, but it still keeps that in mind for quality. And it's a catfish. And I just missed the catfish. Oh. And it's another cat. Get off my hook, you stupid catfish. This is why I like using the freebie on the catfish. Because the catfish is a bit of a pain. At the best of times. There are ways to make this easier. I just don't have anything yet. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. I consider fishing harder in multiplayer because time pauses in single player when you catch a fish. It's really funny to watch because all the NPCs will literally stop too. That doesn't happen in multiplayer. So you're on a much more limited time frame to catch the fish. And moments like this, where I'm spending way longer than I should on the single fish, is time wasted, basically. Especially when something like this happens and you miss the fish. That was entirely wasted. Some days be like that. I don't tend to fuss too much on missing fish unless it's dealing with certain more endgamey fish that tend to get really, really, really jumpy. Because if you thought that catfish was bad, there are so much worse. I won't be getting those for quite a while. I haven't really been mentioning this, but you can sort of make the cast go up and down a little bit with the arrow keys. It's not required in most cases, but there are these little pools, these little spots you can have pop up that make it easier, not easier, but faster to catch fish. So it's usually worthwhile to be aware of that so you can try to hit those spots. I pointed them out yesterday in game, but didn't really discuss them at the time. I'm a fisherman. I'm a fisher fire. Aha. Whoop. Hello, catfish. Being catfished. Bad catfish. Part of the problem with fishing is it's very touchy sometimes, and when the fish start really flailing around, it gets really annoying to try and catch them. Put them in you, right? Good. Throw that in there too. I do have energy and still have a bit of time, but I'm just gonna get to sleep. Level 1 fishing. More rod proficiency. Level 2 fishing. I can now make baits. Hypothetically. Again, this isn't like a whole lot, but this early in the game, if you need money, fishing is really the way to go. On Thursday, we have the return of Living Off the Land. Welcome to Living Off the Land. We're back again with another tip field. Now listen up. This one's for you folks living in Stardew Valley. Check for spring onions southwest of town, where the river meets the ocean. You can sometimes find a whole bunch growing right out of the dirt. I have been kind of ignoring that, but I could show that off today, actually. That's not the tool I wanted for them. Again, gotta water crops. It's a very awkward sized farm I have here. I don't know why I made it this size. Besides complete lack of paying attention. Hi, Mr. Hat, Cape Book. Come to old houseboat. Bring coins, Hat Mouse. Hat Mouse is fun. Let's go say hi to Hat Mouse. I'm going down that way anyway. Probably should remember to bring more tools to go down this way until I... Yep! Wait, no, I can get through. As I've mentioned, things can keep growing, and if you're not keeping track, it can make it impossible for you to leave your farm. I have seen some very interesting videos on what can end up happening if you're not careful with that. Usually it gets resolved with bombs. So, this is Hat Mouse. He's so hat folk. The hats you can buy are achievement awards, basically. You get an achievement. In this case, this was for the fisherman. And you just buy a hat that matches it. I don't usually buy hats, because some of my favorite hats you don't actually get from him, but they're fun. Some of them are a lot harder to get than others, because I don't know if it actually... You can see some of the achievements. Like, some of these aren't particularly hard. Earn money, you'll get that eventually. Reach 5 hearts, you'll get that eventually. Upgrade house, all this stuff. Some of them do take a while. I do plan on trying to get every single achievement I can while I'm doing this. It'll take a while, obviously, because I'm not... Oh, wow, there's a lot of spring onions today. So these are the spring onions that were mentioned in the Living Off the Land. You can basically come down here any day you want, and there's in spring, and there's a chance for these things to be earned. They don't sell for much. I don't remember too many people liking them, but they're a fairly solid source of energy in the early game if you want to use them that way. I will be leaving them in my chest because I don't tend to eat food for energy like that. That is quite a lot of spring onions. Ah. I have neglected to talk to people, so I need to do that. Let's start with Marty. This is Marty's house. Marty is usually here when she's not doing something else. Also here will be Jess and Shane. Though Shane doesn't tend to be here very often because he's stuck working at a job that he hates. Might be getting some different kinds of animals in the future. Although I still need to make sure there's a market for them, so you have to prove your skill with animals first. Just keep treating your animals with respect and good things will happen. Like, mostly, you can buy animals. I can't right now because I don't have the buildings for them. I'm nowhere close to that. And she sells supplies for working with animals. Depending on how you go about this, the heater will be absolutely required, or your animals will hate you during the winter. You'll need one per place. We'll get more to that later. These two can be optional depending on how you go about things. I usually generally pick up the milk pail, but ignore the shears. But again, it just depends on how you end up doing things. There was something later on that you can get that's pricey, but to me, very useful. Quick pause so I can get a drink. And I'm not spending my money right now much because I don't have a lot of energy to keep up with a lot of watering. Kid, she's right here. Are you okay? Hey Jody, your kid doesn't know where you are. So you're a farmer, huh? Interesting. Maybe someday you can teach me how to grow vegetables. Put seed in ground. Water. Look at him rocking out his guitar. Oh, that sounds like, what the hell is on his keyboard? That's my mouse. So I'm not having much luck with it, but you can check the garbage cans for items. I've decided that I'm going to organize my clothes today. That's why I just left my room. I'll have to throw out all of last year's styles to make room for the new ones. Pretty sure it doesn't have to do that. But you can actually find some incredibly surprising items in the trash cans. We're very lucky to have a library in such a small town. When you're lost in a book, it's easy to forget the realities of your life. Maybe that's why I like reading so much. Sorry, I got carried away there. This game presents as a very happy Ooh, I got a bread. I have bread. As it, there are useful things in the trash. This game, though, it presents itself as a very happy, upbeat thing, but as you start learning more about the people, these people have issues. There needs to be a therapist in this town. And unfortunately, for everyone involved, you apparently are the only therapist in existence. Hello, Everfree Fire. Are you well? So there is I guess it's a glitch more than anything, that Concerned Ape has decided never to fix. And it's hilarious to me, but if you name yourself an item ID, what will happen is anytime an NPC says that name, you will get that item. I don't tend to abuse that unless I'm just generally playing around and not taking things remotely seriously, because you can get some really interesting stuff when you start breaking the game like that. I don't really have any plans today. I'm just kind of wandering around talking to people. I'll be baking cookies today. I like to make flower shapes in the spring. Maybe I'll tell you my recipe one of those days. I would love that, Granny. I can't talk right now, miss. My favorite program is on. You're not supposed to say that over here, George. I'm not sure if I can show it on Twitch. I wonder if I can get Pierre to cook dinner tonight. I'm happy to buy any produce off you. I'll give you a fair price, of course. He says that he gives you the same amount of money that you'd get for throwing it in the thing at your house. It's not... The only reason I ever sell things to him is if I need to quickly dump stuff from my inventory. Oh, here's the backpack it mentioned. It's way too expensive right now. So, how was your first night in the old college? Your grandpa used to complain about the rickety old bed, but I think deep down, he actually loved that house. Probably part of what killed him. I plan on spending a lot of time with my telescope this summer. Oh, Abigail. Break into a doctor's appointment. How much longer do you need, Doc? I'm hungry. Well, just hold still. Take a deep breath for me. Okay, it looks like he's pointing a gun at her from that tiny little sprite. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but it very much looks like he's pointing a gun at Abigail. Give you a flower, because I know you like that. Oh, I didn't mention about the gift giving. The game keeps track of it. Very useful. Especially if you're not looking it up, because once you give something to someone, it will save it here, regardless of if they like it, love it, absolutely hate it. Oh, there's the book I mentioned. You found a lost book. The library's collection has expanded. Let's go read a book. I haven't read those books in quite a while. Let's go see what they say. The first one was Basic Tips. I don't actually remember what was these say. Have I been over here? Yeah, I was all over here. It's the book by Marnie. Why it got buried in the ground, I don't know. Animals are very sensitive. They like to be pet every day and prefer to eat grass outdoors than dry hay. They don't like being outside in the rain, though. Happy animal... Turtle! I need to up the sound of that. I have to remember that after stream. I just see it flashing by on my screen before it hits me, but I don't hear the sound effect of it hitting me. I meant to do that last time, but I got distracted. Hello, Alfie. Yeah, it needs a more solid thump when it smacks me upside the head. And it's still doubling up, but okay. I get smacked by 2 turtles. Clouds look great this time of year, don't they? Like scoops of vanilla ice cream floating on blue raspberry sauce. Or maybe I'm just hungry. Excuse me. Have I been down here today? There are some days I'm playing the game and I just completely lose track of what I have and haven't bothered with. Over here, this... You notice all this stuff I can't pick up? I need 300 wood to fix that. I love that that actually worked properly. That is just... I got that idea while I was playing Final Fantasy V. Well, before I was even playing the Fiesta, before I started all this, and I just went, I have to do this. I don't care if no one else gets the humor of it. I have to do this. Just silly ideas like that are great fun. That reminds me, actually, no one's actually redeemed this, but I need to... you need to be paused right Turtle! So that was loud. Fixing my redeems and someone smacks me with a turtle. I see how it is. I can start taking some of this out. Are you calling me a turtle, or are you because that you threw that from wood? I think I'm gonna be getting more wood for that bridge because it is worth getting, especially if you're going to be selling the forage stuff that you can pick up over there. Okay, so if you're calling me a turtle, I'm going to be very confused because I am not a turtle. Whether or not you consider the 300 wood this early in the game worth doing would be up to you. I like doing it because I like having access to that area ahead of time. But maybe you have a different idea of how you want to do it. That's the fun of this game. There's no requirement to do things any one specific way. No, I do not. I don't even know how I would set that up, so I really need my scythe. And if I did have one, do you think I'd just tell you? I know how you react to those. If I told you about it, I'd be getting smacked in it on cooldown. And the other reason it's, depending on your opinion, whether or not it's worth doing that bridge so early, obviously I'm using all my energy and currently not getting any money back for it. When some people would be better just to fish and get money. Um, Again, that's a matter of how you want to do it. I prefer this way. And with that, I'm feeling exhausted, so I'm going to drop my stuff off and get to bed. No, but you do it a lot. Look at all my tools this time. Level 2 foraging. I can make a survival burger. I'm not sure I've ever actually... This is why this is not worth selling. Because this is the Silver Star, which is the second rarity spring onion. And I got 10 gold for that. If you're going to actually use them, they are fantastic for it, and I may start doing that. But they're not worth selling. I sell one because it is a requirement for the sell one of everything, the ship one of everything requirement. That will matter a lot more later. So Fridays, nothing interesting on the TV. Hi, I forgot to choose my animal. How did I forget that? Well, we have a cat. I forgot to stop you with this. We found a cat. I found it sitting outside the entrance to your farm. I think it's a stray, poor little thing. I think it likes this place. Hey, don't you think this farm could use a good cat? Will you adopt this cat? I have never said no here, and I don't know what happens if you do. I'm not going to. You, however, shall be joining us, Macius. Well, little Macius, you be a good kitty now, okay? I think there's a way to change your cat's color, but I don't actually remember for sure. We've got 4 steps! Wow, that was some terrible luck. How did I not get any higher quality part steps? But had was that wanted us to get a Parsteps. Now it wants us to make a Scarecrow. It wants to make a Coop and... Oh, no, that's the Parsteps. This quest that says to build a coop, I would never do this first. There's a reason for that. Which I will get into. I may swing up by Robbins to explain that one, actually. Yeah, it's Friday. She'll be there. So I'm not selling any of these Parsteps. That's the wrong chest. What's there? I've got some new items in stock. A deluxe fishing pole and some bait that you can attach to it. You can use the bait to make fish bite faster. See you soon. You will get this when you hit level 2 fishing. I happen to do it immediately, so I'm not sure why I didn't get this yesterday. But whatever. To our valued Joja Mart customers, our team members have removed the landslide caused by our drilling operation near the mountain lake. I'd like to remind you that our drilling operation is entirely legal, pursuant to Initiative L61091 Jojico Amendment. Responsible stewardship of the local environment is our top priority. We apologize for any inconvenience this accident may have caused. As always, we value your continued support and patronage. Morris, Joja Customer Satisfaction Representative. And still more. Dear Farmer Everfree, I'd like to apologize for joking about your grandpa's old college room for that. It's really a nice little house. However, you might need some more space someday. That's where I can help. If you bring me some raw materials and pay a fee, I can expand your house. The first expansion I offer includes a kitchen, which we don't have, so I guess we'll just... I mean, I'm basically starving. I haven't eaten anything this whole time. With a kitchen, you'll be able to cook any recipes you've learned. Anyway, I hope you're starting to feel at home in Stardew Valley. Your local carpenter, Rob. On Fridays, there is something rather fairly important in the town. Well, not in the town, in the forest. We'll head out here. Swing by this way. And this lady shows up. She has the possibility to sell almost anything in the game at base price. Not base price, base quality. The prices will wildly vary. Some of them are complete rip-offs, like this is never worth it. The cave carrot for 1,000. But it's worth checking because sometimes you will get things that are incredibly rare or surprisingly valuable, cheaper than you can get elsewhere. It's nothing worth it today, but it's always worth looking for it. She'll be there every Friday and Sunday. And if you have the money, it's a good idea to go check it out. There was a setting before I started that was complete the community center in year 1. She is a required if you choose yes to that, because there's something you cannot natively get in year 1 that can pop up for the community center, which I'm hoping will show up here. And I didn't just talk about something that's not going to show up yet, but we'll see. I'm waiting for 9 animals. No? You're not going to do it today? Fine. Yep, we got a quest. Let's... I can try. I don't think that's likely to happen, but I will certainly try. Now, this is not going to be the best money option. I just want persist because of potential for something later. I'll be doing that a lot over this is because as I mentioned earlier, I know things that can come up. There's no point in pretending I don't know. And I know there may be a point where I need a lot of parsnips. That's supposed to make that. I do. Should I make it? Probably not. Will I make it? Absolutely. Higher. That's the wrong way. Yes, I did just spend early game materials on something mostly useless just because I could have fire. Again, things that can be useful later, but in this case, it's mostly just having fun with fire. Anyway, Robin's shop. I will talk to her in a moment. Hey, sorry if I seem cranky. I'm a little sore from work yesterday. Isn't that a mood? Had to carry 10 boxes of medical files to the attic. Robin has a hot temper. It's better to stay on her good side. Don't tell her I said that. Robin! You can't act here, unfortunately. You've met my son Sebastian, right? He lives downstairs. He's a little shy, but I'm sure he'll warm up to you if you're nice to him. Oh god, I'm the extrovert that drags people into their friendships. Anyway. Robin will sell... She sells wood and stone, which is useful if you've got money, but don't feel like gathering yourself. I don't tend to buy this much, but it's always an option. And then just random furniture stuff. Some recipes too. This is what she was talking about for upgrading the house. It's not something I'm going to be getting anytime soon, because this is a huge amount for an upgrade this early in the game. 450 pieces of wood and 10,000 gold is a lot of money that I could, like, obviously I don't have it right now, even remotely. But even, like, when I have the money initially and the wood, it's still not necessarily worth it because you may need that money to get more money. But she also will construct farm buildings. This is what the quest wants you to make. It's a coop that lets you have chickens, basically. The reason I don't recommend doing this first ever is because of the silo. Animals need hay to eat. This was mentioned in the book. It's not really surprising. They can't eat grass off the ground, but like, it's not always going to be there. And sometimes they eat it faster than it grows. Goodness knows that happens a lot. What the silo does is allows you to cut the random grass that's on the ground with your scythe for a chance to get hay that gets stored in here. You have to have a silo for that to work. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy hay from Marnie, and that's really not worth it. It's always a good idea if you're going to do animals, and generally speaking, you're going to, unless you're doing things a certain way. Hello, Berwin! So you'll want the silo to get the hay for your animals first. If you listen to the game and build the coop first, besides the fact that it's a whole lot more expensive than this is, you're going to have to sit there and buy food from Marnie because it takes 3 days for each building to be made. So you have 3 days to make the coop, another 3 days to make the silo, so you can actually feed the chicken you'd likely have bought for the coop. It's just not worth it to do it in that order. It's easier. This is not expensive. The supplies may take a bit, but that's not actually a lot. The clay is the hardest part this early in the game. I recommend setting up a silo as soon as you can. I have not been cutting a lot of the grass in the farm. You probably haven't even noticed. Because it's used for getting hay, which you need the silo for. I will be getting the silo basically as soon as I can. Please don't destroy my tent. It's happened before. I feel so bad for this guy for things like that. It's like, it's just an old dude living in a tent. Leave him alone. Over here, found another artifact. Nice. Adventurers Guild. Proven adventurers only. That stuff there. And a nice broken bridge. You can sort of see what's over there. There's a bunch of just random rocks. And if you look at the map, you can actually see that... Well, it doesn't tell you what it is. This is one of those things that will be taken care of later. But with the path broken up, we can go into the caves. I was just peering down to this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades. Still, there's probably good ore down there. A dark place, undisturbed for so long. Afraid ore is the only thing you'll find there. I'm adding words to his lines. Here, take this. You might need it. Dude just hands you a sword. You received a rusty sword. Name's Marlin, by the way. I run the Adventure Guild right outside. Keep my eye on you. Prove yourself, and I might think about making you a member. Yep. Stretch and hydrate? I can do that. Gotta hydrate first. Thank you for the lurk, Maple. Since I'd have a command for that now. And my cat's being weird again. What the heck? I'm not going in there right now because I have no inventory space. Got a quest, reach level 5 of the mines. I will not be paying a whole lot of attention to that quest because I just go into the mines and work and work in the mines. That's really all I do. If I'm going in the mines, there's a specific reason, and it's not because there's a quest that tells me I have to most of the time. Unsurprisingly, as mentioned, the mines are where you get the ores for the metals to upgrade your tools and various other things that end up meaning them. You're likely going to be spending a lot of time in the mines. Overall. I will try to get in there today, but I imagine I'm not going to have a lot of time. You know what? No. You can sit in here for now. I'll deal with that later. This is the other thing that tends to be a good idea to do when it's raining. It's just because you don't have to water your plants, you just grab your stuff and go straight to the mines. And eventually there is a faster way to get to the mines. You don't have to do this long trip every single time. An elevator here, but it's currently broken because I haven't activated the elevator. Let's go down. So it's mines. You take your pick, you hit things. Interesting thing to note is that, well, that was easy. These grayish rocks actually give more mining experience than the rest of them. So if you're going for experience, you'll want to hit those before anything else. These ones will mine faster because there's only one hit compared to two, but it's just little thing to keep in mind. Combat's not particularly hard. You click to swing. That's left to swing. Right mouse. For this, just blocks. There will be other weapons that do different things. I won't be using them because I much prefer the sword. Apparently, it's a good day for the mines. The main issue with the mines the first time you come down here is that your inventory space is not really useful for going exploring in the mines right away. You found a geode. The local blacksmith break it open for you. Who knows what might be hidden inside? I could find out, but I'm not going to. People have and this was the thing that was selling for 1,000 at the cart. It's not worth buying that particular item. Yes, killing enemies also gets you these stairs down. When you're going through here, if you're aiming to go down, generally recommend stairs, then ore, then just random rocks, because the ores always go nuts. Enemies, ores, then the random rocks, because the enemies are no energy wasted to kill. Oh my goodness, there's a boss down there. Not boss, but special enemy slime down there. Wow. The enemies don't take any energy to kill. It's a really good day for being here. The ores are always going to be useful, and then the random rocks because you have to. I want to kill this guy because any of the slimes with that little star above their head, they're harder to kill, but they're guaranteed to drop something. I don't particularly enjoy that something this time, but it is a stronger weapon, so I'm gonna stick with it. Problem with it is it's quite slower to use. Especially early in the game, it's worth poking those star slimes because, well, drops are always useful. That's the right mouse button for the club. It's just an extra... Okay. It's just an extra... basically an extra swing. There are, like, weird glitch things you can do with that I've not really Like if you do it right, you can kind of do that where you hit like 4 or 5 times in a row. And this is why I don't care about this, because it's just going to say, oh, you've gotten to floor 5. Now go to floor 40. Every 5 floors, there's an elevator. As long as you don't die, the elevators will be safe. If you die, it is possible to lose floors. So it's something to keep in mind as you're going through. Don't actually know what happens if you die after you've reached the bottom. That's an interesting question. Yeah, like this. I'm just going to keep going down because I want to try and get to floor 10 before the end of the day. There we go. Hardwood at this point of the game is rare and right now doesn't have a lot of uses. But when you start, like, if you're going for heavy profits, you're going to need a lot. There are certain ways to make it easier to work with. That's what I meant about doing them both at once. It's hilarious. So there we go. This is a bomb. You place it, and everything near it blows up. You don't really have a way to craft it this early? Is that the one I needed? Topaz, nice. Oh, sorry, slime. Oh, okay. Magnet ring. Best thing to get early. Makes it so that your range to get things pulled to you is higher. This is why I don't like going without the chest sometimes, without the backpack. So if say of course it goes right to me, it pulls items to you. It's a magnet ring. Getting one early is incredibly helpful because, like, when you cut down trees, all the stuff just kind of falls and lays there. With this, the things closer to you will actually come to you. It makes things so much easier for general purpose gathering. I just need to find these stairs. There we go. So, when I started, I set it to randomize mines. If you don't do that, if you play normally, the mines will always have that went right when I started talking, didn't it? Right when I started talking. That's just annoying. That started right when I started talking, didn't it? That ad. That's just unfortunate. But I set a setting on at the start where the randomized mine rewards. If you don't have it randomized, you will be getting the exact same items every set of these chests. Every set of these chests that you see. There's one for, what is it, 10, 20, 40. I don't remember all of them offhand. When it's randomized, it becomes a pool of items, and to me that's just more interesting because that way you don't necessarily know what you're going to get. Like, normally here you'd get a sword. I got a club. I didn't know that was an option. I think actually I may like this one more. Yeah, I can work with this. There's nothing I want to swap for that. And it's later in the day in game than I thought it was. I need to book it on home. Another ring we'll eventually get is one that has a light around you that ends up being incredibly helpful because you can see what you're doing in places like this. I hope to get one before the level 30 in the mines, but we'll see if that happens. So the game does start warning you when it's getting to be late. It tells you, it has the sleep thing, and your clock starts freaking out. I'm not even going to bother putting stuff away right now because I don't want to pass out. Of course, it pauses when you open the chest, so I'm used to multiplayer. Whatever. I can make a scarecrow and basic fertilizer. And a cherry bomb. Didn't sell anything, but that's alright. What the heck could possibly be damaged at this point? Hi. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. It just so happened I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. I can now make furnaces. Learn how to craft a furnace. Furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. When you smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. But what? Okay, I'm going to have to step away for a moment. I will be back in just a second. The advantage of having wireless headphones, I can just enjoy the music no matter where I am. Yeah, I'm confused. It says there was damage to my farm, but there's literally nothing damaged. I don't have anything out. Before we take the letter, this is our cat. I cannot take care of my cat. So, your cat actually has a hurt meter that you can't actually see. It doesn't really affect anything. You could, if you want, literally ignore your animal forever. That's just mean though. So what you can do, you can pet your cat and water your cat. Apparently your cat does not need to eat. I'm really not sure why I got that message. I haven't placed anything anywhere else, have I? No. this. Wise for this. No, game wants a scarecrow. It's a good idea to have a scarecrow anyway, because I got lucky this time, but there are crows that will eat your seeds. They're annoying. Alright, what's in the mail? Oh, I know it is. I see you've been exploring the old mine. You've got the adventurous spirit. That much I can tell. If you can slay 10 slimes, you'll have earned your place in my adventurers guild. Be careful, Marlin. I don't remember if I mentioned this. Saturday? No. Nothing special there. Okay, can I... Okay, I want you, I want you. Who wants that again? Marty. I'm kind of glad I got 2 of these, because I could turn one into Gunther and give one for the reward. I was going to do the reward over giving it to Gunther anyway, because the money is more useful now than one towards the museum. And topazes are pretty common overall. So I wasn't too concerned about missing out. I do have to... There's nothing in-game that's special for the TV on Saturday? I'm not talking about real-life Saturday. I'm talking about in-game Saturday. Let's go give Marnie her lovely little topaz she requested. We get money! Now there should be coming up a cutscene. And for some reason it doesn't want to trigger. Yeah, it's just there's nothing special on the TV on Saturdays. It's not, unless you care about the weather for Sunday, it's not worth keeping an eye out. There it is. You have to come in from this door. Oh, hi there. What an eyesore. This is the Pelican Town Community Center, or what's left of it anyway. It used to be the pride and joy of the town, always bustling with activity. Now, just look at it, it's shameful. These days, young folks would rather sit in front of their TV than get engaged with the community. Okay, I forgot to show this because I was in the mines on Friday. Friday, half the town ends up in the saloon to hang out. This is factually wrong. The only people who seriously hang out in front of the TV is George, who's probably one of the oldest people in the mine and is in a wheelchair, and Pam, who's a drunk. I haven't really done much with them yet. I'm just going to point that out. This is factually wrong. Old man screams at clouds. Listen to me, I sound like an old fool. Joja Corp has been hounding me to sell them the land so they could turn it into a warehouse. Pelican Town could use the money, but there's something stopping me from selling it. Guess old-timers like me get attached to relics of the past. Ah well. If anyone else buys a Joja Corp membership, I'm just going to go ahead and sell it. Here, let's go inside. What's this? Guess Vincent and Jasper must have been playing in here. This place is even more dilapidated than I remember. Hi. What? What's the matter? Are you ill? You saw something. I wouldn't be surprised if this place was full of rats. Yeah. They're worrying me every fire. Look, I think I'm going to head home. I need some lunch. At 9 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I'll keep this place unlocked from now on. Maybe you can help catch that rat if you have some extra time. Strange. I'll have to come back and explore this building further. Okay. So, we saw this room. We can kind of look around. I wonder when the last time this was used to have it be this run down. I don't think you ever get an actual time frame of it. This random tiles missing, boarded up windows, and oddly out of place glowing thing. This is actually readable if you know the script. I don't. But this seems interesting. Unfortunately, we have no idea what it says. Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter. I've got stuff to do. Let's go turn in some stuff to Gunther. No, I think it's tomorrow. Let's say hi to Clint. And apparently Lewis. I'm here to collect Clint's business tax. Sometimes I wonder how I ended up in this town. Found glasses in the trash. Right now. I didn't know you went on the libraries on Saturday. Can I do anything for you? Take care. Donate to the museum. And continue on. I'll check the store. Yeah. I'm probably not going to be religiously checking the trash cans, but considering at least one run I have found a diamond in those trash cans, they are worth checking. Finding a diamond in that trash can was amazing luck. You probably wouldn't like it inside my cabin. It's dark and full of spiders. I am. Neither of those things are an issue for me. Head it? Yep, I can do that. But this is a kill stream, not a chaos stream. It's a kill stream. It's even the name of my farm, see? Kill Stream's Farm. Now, I do want to get enough wood to finish that bridge. That's my main goal. Fun thing to keep track of, all of these trees out here, out in the town, you can chop them down. Deforest the whole forest if you want. I've done that before. They grow back. And yeah, the small magnet ring doesn't have a huge range for collecting. You're right, I am not killed chaos. That would be the entire wrong element. How about doing on wood? Not nearly enough. Okay. Those flaming hot Cheetos, I have nothing to do with that. Those things are disgusting. What? Oh, thank you for the Prime subscription. The Prime subscription, Kimiko. Yeah. Did I? Did I really? I have done nothing wrong. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have a feeling you don't believe me on that matter, though. Seriously, though, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. I thought you had already subbed earlier, but I guess not. Thank you for the sub. Almost forgot to keep track of my energy. The tool proficiency that you see pop up when I leveled up actually reduces the energy cost of the tool you're using, which is incredibly useful. I think I'm actually. No, it's late enough, so I'm not going to worry about it. Just lost my train of thought. I'm going to go to the saloon. I was waiting for that. I knew someone was going to do that. I'm going to guess that was probably Inferno, but whoever that was, thank you for the bits. It was only, I mean, this isn't the first time, but it was only a matter of time. That's not for whom the base suplexes. The suplex for the... I love to decorate for the different seasons. Pam isn't responding. No, I've actually had a hype train before, but this would be the first one where I've actually had subs involved, because Nekomoto Rai, unsurprisingly, decided to surprisingly decided to take revenge on the numerous times I have trolled him with the hype trains. Yeah, I was wondering, like, was that random or just the perfect shot? Because that is a fantastic shot. Because Kara is... I need to get a command for Kara. I really do. Kara, as I mentioned, Kara basically any... Yeah, it's an amazing shot. But like any art you see on this, the whatchamacallit, the background stuff, all this, it's pretty much all thanks to Kara. She has done so much for me to get me going on this. And she's still going to be helping me, because I know I do plan on going to her for when I actually get a proper model. I'm probably going to be paying her for emotes, all that sort of stuff. And it's just, she's been amazing. She really has. And I completely ignored what the heck Emily said because I was going on about crap. Stream waifu? Yeah, just generally speaking, at the end of the day in game, a whole bunch of people will be heading towards the saloon. It's a good way to talk to people that you may have missed, or just if you don't feel like having to go hunting everyone down, heading to the saloon at the end of the day is usually a decent way of finding people. It's not always a lot of people. Fridays are 100% the best days for it, though, because I think it's legitimately half the town will show up at the saloon on Fridays. Nothing special there, right? Yeah. I mean, Emily was saying that she likes to make her own clothes, but it's hard to get cloth. Unsurprisingly, cloth is one of Emily's loved gifts. I don't think it'll say that because I didn't technically yet. I feel like I'm missing the context for why you're saying that, Kimiko, because I've probably forgotten what I've said. Which wouldn't surprise me that much. So I know it's early in the day. Oh, for what it's worth, you can pick around and move your stuff. I know speedrunners like to move their bed closer to the door so they don't have to run as far to get to it. I think that's just weird. And of course I'm going to support Kara. I've been her friend for a long time. Like, we've known each other, geez, it's been, what, at minimum 10 years now. Almost certainly longer. I am going to support her any way I can. That's just how it's going to be. Anyway, fun little random tidbit. In multiplayer, if you climb into bed, though the time doesn't stop, you will actually slowly regain energy. Um, it's useful for multiplayer if you don't really have any food or don't want to use food just to get a bit of extra energy. Unfortunately, as you notice, you can't do it in single player. It's also nice if you've got like a huge garden that you need to water, so you can have one person head out, um, do their whatever, while another stays back and waters all the plants. They can hop in bed for a bit, get all their energy back, and then do something else. Uh, there's faster ways later, but again, it's something useful that you can do. I didn't sell anything yet. Sundays does have something new on the TV. It has the Queen of Sauce. This right here is the most important channel on the TV. I will flat out say that. It will always come up every Sunday. And okay, thank you all for the hype train. This is, yes, I know I've collected all the level 1 emotes. That would be that'd be the first level 2 hype train I've gotten so far. I forgot what I was saying. But the Queen of Sauce, it shows up every Sunday, and every Wednesday it will do a repeat of any recipe. The thing is, I don't actually care about the Weather Channel unless I'm looking for something specific. Like, if I need rain, it's useful, but at the same time, later on, you get the ability to force rain anyway. So it has its uses. I just prefer, like, getting all the food, especially if you're going for perfection, is a requirement. You have to pay attention to Queen of Sauce. It is absolutely required. Especially since it's, what, there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 32 recipes, I believe, that you can only get from the Queen of Sauce. And It used to be if you missed one, you had to wait an entire 2-year cycle to get it back again. Luckily, that was changed, so the Wednesday one will always prioritize a recipe you missed, which is amazing. Because in my first farm, I didn't know about this channel immediately and didn't keep up with it. It took me until year 5 to get one of the recipes because I kept missing it. Well, the thing about perfection is it's an actual in-game thing. There's actually an in-game reward for it, and it's not particularly hard. It's, ship one of every item, cook one of every food, max friendship with everyone, get all star drops, catch all fish, donate everything to the museum, buy each of the 4 obelisks and the golden clock, and then stuff on the island we have onto it. It's stuff that you would do over time anyway, for the most part. Like, I wouldn't normally buy the obelisks myself because they're not particularly, most of them aren't very useful, but it's not a terrible thing. It's not like an in-game achievement. It's not like a Steam achievement, though. It is actually something in-game, and there is an in-game reward for it. Whether you find that reward useful, considering you've literally just done everything, depends on how you treat your farm. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe for my secret cookbook. This week's dish? Stir fry! It's a perfect way to get some healthy greens on your plate. Sauté the greens in a little sesame oil and make sure to add plenty of fresh ginger and garlic. That's fair enough, Kimiko. I have tried. My problem is the gold clock tends to be the stopping point because it's 10 million gold. And if you're not actively planning on that, it does kind of get repetitive trying to earn that money. That's fair enough. I mean, I'm never going to 100% this game just because I know some of the achievements are not ones I will want to go for because I'm not insane. I may actually show that. Right. Learn how to cook stir fry. I've got mail. I know what this is. My sources tell me you've been poking around inside the old community center. Why don't you pay me a visit? My chambers are west of the Forest Lake in the Stone Tower. I may have information concerning your rat problem. M. Rasmodius, wizard. Bury my potatoes for them. I am not going to bother getting more potatoes right now. Actually, I don't know if that's unlocked. So potatoes are fun because you can potentially get 2 potatoes when you harvest one. Oh, forgot about this. Got the cat, water the cat. Swap some of my tools around so I don't get stuck. Let's go see the wizard. We have seen the tower that he mentioned. I passed by it a couple times now. This will be the first time you're actually allowed to go in. You have to have him talk to you. And by the way, Sunday the cart lady's back. Do you have anything important for me? No. One item there is important, but it's not usable until fall anyway, so it's just like, there's no point in me picking it up right now. Let's go say hi to the wizard. Always liked how the wizard looked in this. Come in. I am Rasmodius, seeker of the arcane truths, mediator between physical and ethereal, master of the 7 elementals, keeper of the sacred... You get the point. And you, Everfree Fire, the one whose arrival I have long foreseen. Yeah, I half expect him to have spells and to just whip out a gun and shoot someone. But the game doesn't actually swing that way, so. Here, I'd like to show you something. Behold! Look at it, I'll just want to hug it. You've seen one before, haven't you? They call themselves the Junimos. Just so you know, I will get this name constantly wrong because I keep occasionally saying Juminos instead of Junimos. Eventually, I may get that one right, but I'll mix it up a lot. Mysterious spirits, these ones. For some reason, they refuse to speak with me. Probably because you kidnapped them. Apple fairies work. I mean, I generally get Junimos right if I'm not thinking about it. When I start thinking about it, I start going, wait, what are they called again? Are they Juminos or Junimos? I'm not sure why they moved into the community center. We have no reason to fear them. You found a golden scroll written in an unknown language? Most interesting. Stay here. I'm going to see for myself. I'll return shortly. Teach me this spell! Please. It would be useful. I found the note. The language is absurd, but I was able to decipher it. We, the Junimo, are happy to aid you. In return, we ask for gifts of the valley. If you are one with the forest, then you will see the true nature of this scroll. Yeah, it is possible to translate that. It's not really worth it. One with the forest. What do they mean? Aha! Come here. My cauldron is bubbling with ingredients from the forest. Baby fern, moss grub, caramel toadstool. Can you smell it? Here, drink up. Let the essence of the forest permeate your body. Okay. I keep forgetting that acting recovers your energy. It's time for the acid trip! There's a couple scenes like this in the game where the game just goes, oh, you want to go on an acid trip? Here you go. Trees walking slowly towards you. Only one type of tree, though. That's interesting. You've gained the power of forest magic. Now you can decipher the true meaning of the Junimo scrolls. Sometimes observe the local villagers in secret. I'm hoping to find an apprentice. Someday I will leave this mortal plane, but my arcane pursuits must continue. So this is actually a good NPC to try and befriend early, because he does have a few special things in when you get him higher. Almost everyone has something, but his is actually not really useful, but it's nice from a certain perspective. Let's put it that way. Okay, right. Back to the community center. Works. Wish we could just teleport there, but no, you won't let me. I know there are mods that have him teach you magic. I haven't bothered looking into them. Oh, wait, I forgot to do this. These weeds will slowly spread, and I like trying to see how much of the ground they end up covering before the end of the year. So we can now read this scroll. Let's see what's inside of it. Crafts room, bundles. Reward is bridge repair. We have seen this bridge. What these are is these bundles will fix once you fully complete them, will fix something in the tap. In this case, it's mentioned it's bridge repair. Okay. Each bundle will ask you to get a certain number of items. There's actually a mod I've tried. It's called Stardew Valley Expanded. That's actually really interesting, and I probably should have gone ahead and done it on this one, just because it'd be interesting to actually play through it. I just completely forgot about it. Is this it'll? Well, okay, that's not a terrible one. Back at the beginning again, I chose a randomized bundle settings. If you don't do that, you will always get the same bundle and same rewards every single time. Each bundle, when you complete it, it's still exotic, gives you a reward. I don't actually know what all these does. I honestly didn't know the sticky bundle was one. Again, this is just a case of I like the randomness of it. Also, this is why I've been saving those random foraging things, because I knew this was going to come. However, if you decide you don't want to sit there and find all the items for all the bundles and whatnot, we're going to take a little trip over this way. I know, I like going there to actually... I know this is here. It's just... I'm kind of showing things off. If you head here... Welcome to Joja Mart. How is your weekend going? Membership is now available. With a Joja membership, you'll be able to make improvements to the community with the help of our dedicated personnel. For a fee, of course. Oh, and another thing. Mayor Lewis promised us that if anyone else joined up, he'd let us turn that old community center into a Joja warehouse. Isn't that wonderful? Membership costs 5,000 gold. Well, would you like to join us? No. You have the option to, instead of doing the community center, you basically just earn money and give it to Joja, and they will complete the same things. I prefer the community center. It's much more interesting to me. It's more of a challenge for me. Flint wants copper ore. I guess I'm going mining. It is an option. It's not necessarily a terrible option. There is an achievement for it if you decide to go that route. It's not one I generally will do because I don't like that. That's pretty much all there is to it. I know there are people who constantly try to do things as fast as possible, things like that. Will go the Joja route because it's easier, and frankly, it is because you just earn money as fast as possible. But I don't like it. I need this. No, I'm not gonna. I can fill one of the things in the bundles. I'm just not going to do it right now because Clint wants copper, and unfortunately, the silly workaround for that doesn't work anymore. Always pick up stuff on the ground. Interestingly, the Stardew Valley Expanded mod I mentioned makes it so that you can befriend Morris. And that's part of why I'm curious, because I'm wondering how that works, because Morris is kind of a joke. I'll have to see if I can get that particular scene. So, we can now just jump straight down to floor 10 because we got the elevator. I do not actually want to take the stairs down immediately because I need copper. You also want to try and kill. This is part of why I don't particularly like clubs. Like, I will swap a sword for a club anytime. But RNG gave us a club that is actually usable. So the mines actually have consistent floors. You'll see them repeating. I know originally the intention was to have it be completely random, but he ended up concerned ape ended up just not being able to do it. That's fine. Still works out well enough, and unless you've done it enough, you probably won't realize. Yep. Generally speaking, if you can do it with a sword, with your weapon, or the scythe, if you have to, it's better off to do it that way. I recommended earlier to, if you're just trying to find the stairs down, try to kill all the enemies first. For that exact reason. Oh, this is so weird. My favorite. Oh my god, how did I miss? My favorite enemy. Whoop. This stupid bugs. You know, wait, I actually need sap. Hello? I need to be right back. I hear knocking. Might be hearing some voices in the background. There are maintenance people here today. And I'll get that. I really should have paused. Oh, how much time did I just waste? I could have died. I left myself unpaused in the mines. It's a terrible idea. An hour? Okay, that's not terrible, but it's still just... Ugh. That, no. I know I said I needed to save this, but I'm not avoiding rocks. Is that a yam? Oh, that's a yam. Let's eat the yam. I didn't miss. Okay. I've had times where I'm in the mine trying to find my way down, only to realize I had stairs that I somehow completely overlooked. Yeah, sorry about any sound effects you're hearing. Again, I have maintenance people here. If it's enough of an issue, I may just have to mute myself and play with that volume for a bit. I don't really care about those right now. This is probably one of my favorite songs in the mines. It's safe to ask because they're testing the fire alarm, so I keep hearing beeping, and I can't tell if it's going through or not. Yep. I don't see any stairs. And it sounds like they're done. There's never any hole on this floor. I'm actually going to... see if I can get lucky and pick up some coal. This used to be a relatively easy daily quest to do because he doesn't keep your coal. What you used to be able to do a while ago was if you just put it in a chest and pulled it out again, it would count that as gathering it. Which is hilarious to me, but that was eventually patched, and rightfully so, mind you. Really, this is not a good day for the mines. Block here. That'd be useful to grab, but I don't have room, and I don't have anything I want to get rid of right now for that. I'm actually surprised he hasn't bothered fixing the oddities with the club attack. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Hi there. Ah! Dang. Put that on me. I need to get going. Oh. And honestly, I know this has been a short stream, but I'm probably going to call it here. I didn't want to do too much today just because this is the first time I've streamed since Wednesday when I kind of messed up my throat, and this is more of a test to see how much better I felt. Especially since I still haven't specifically gotten anything for my throat. My throat's still feeling fine. It's a little bit there, but it's not like I'm worried I'm not going to be able to talk properly anymore. So I should be fine just continuing my streaming like I have been. That is the wrong button. Toss the coal there too. Before I go, I do want to craft a furnace. I'm not doing anything with that furnace right now, but I do want to craft it. Hopefully the next time I'm on here, I remember what the hell I'm doing. We shall see, though. As I said, Oh, leveled up in combat. Cool. Just gonna game. Okay. Since I'm not saving at this point, I'm just gonna let the music play while I figure out who the heck I should raid. You know what? Just because I can. I will immediately lose my train of thought. I think I am going to go ahead and raid I'm not an imp. Thank you very much. And I don't think you can raid yourself. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think you can. If someone is able to prove me wrong, that would be hilarious. I know. I thought I'd just. Well, let's see what happens if I try. I see I'm an option. You cannot raid your own channel. Darn. Doesn't hurt to try. Yeah, so did I. I keep losing track of what I'm thinking of. I have completely lost my train of thought. Just entirely. Wow. I'm sick. I will get used to this one of these days. Fine, I'll hydrate before you raid out. I mean, my brain may not, but... I think just because we can, and I see that they are presumably still uploading, verify that. Oh yeah, they've barely been raiding. We're going to raid Panda Pat, because I can. I'm just about to raid out. You don't need to be redeeming right now. I will stretch it out. So, I'm going to go ahead and raid Panda Pat, because I can. No one can stop me. That's going to be the raid message. And I will be back Wednesday. I fully intend to actually continue I Am Setsuna. I don't need yet. I need to think of more, though, and I haven't done that yet. I will still be thinking of some. That is it. Gonna go ahead and raid out. And you all have a good time. I'll be back Wednesday for I Am Setsuna unless something silly happens. And that's it. That will be the raid message. And you all be sure to have a good one.
And it was pretty easy.